Well, this is needed to change because it's put a great burden on people all over the county and the state. It doesn't matter whether you're an individual homeowner or you're a developer or a business person, simple business person trying to build a business on the highway, or even a poultry farm trying to figure out how you're going to put your poultry houses on property you've owned for years. What the concern is the financial impact is so severe that we've stifled people that have had plans to do certain things and they've just given up. A couple of weeks ago we heard in committee a young man who has mortgaged the property to build some poultry houses, got all of his arrangements fixed up with the poultry industry, and then comes to find out that he's got not just a couple thousand, but potentially $100,000 worth of expense in engineering costs and plan design, and then the construction of the stormwater management requirements on a poultry farm. A young guy, younger than 30, he's worried about how his family might survive. They've mortgaged themselves so much to the point that can they make ends meet while they're trying to get through these regulations. So it's not just the cost, it's not just what you have to do on the engineering and the construction side, it's the time it takes to get there too. So that's why we're working so hard to try to get a revised version that works well for everybody. Well, what they do is, one is a Senate bill, and the Senate bill actually puts into law the requirements of how the regulations will be implemented and what are the scientific aspects to it to make it far more reasonable, as well as the cost factors. The House Joint Resolution actually says that the two parties need to get together, try to find out how they can put together a program and a plan that is far more reasonable, far more cost effective, and meet a deadline to report back to the General Assembly by January 18th of 2017. So both of them have great implications because one changes the current law and the other one says let's work towards a reasonableness into the future so we have a long-standing plan that might work for a long period of time that is both reasonable to the agency as well as reasonable to business owners and homeowners, poultry farmers, and anybody that is going to build or develop in the state of Delaware. This has become a very bipartisan issue in the sense that both pieces of legislation that we're talking about, the Senate bill as well as the House bill, were both voted on and passed unanimously with no dissenting votes. Strong message to a Delaware agency that they need to get their act together, and strong message that we're willing to help them if they're willing to listen.